Was this a bad joke?
Yes!
So anyway,
The first of many bad jokes.
I know, the beginning of many.
Actually, Misha was supposed to.
Yeah, you were
Check, please. I figured as much. Good morning, guys.
Morning!
How are y'all liking this morning? I woke up and everybody was running a marathon, and I was like, nope, I'm not going to do that.
Misha wasn't in it.
I know, he wasn't.
I was.
We were waiting for your tweet.
Yeah, it started at like, yeah, it started at 8 o'clock, so we already finished and took a shower.
Yeah.
How the season? How y'all? No, we haven't seen y'all guys since the season started. Yeah, come on, guys. We've been waiting. Have we seen you yet?
Last night.
You were torturing the little kid. Good.
He wrecked your car.
That was Friday's
We
episode.
bought your car
Yeah.
3 days ago.
Thank you for the workout scene.
I didn't bring it up, but since you're gonna bring it up, that was a funny thing. I had a conversation with Misha. I was like, you know what? Season like 1, 2, 3, 4. I was like hitting the gym every day. Then I got
Yeah, he used to be in shape. Let himself go, obviously.
Well, in the script, I laughed when I read it because it wasn't like Sam works out. It was like Sam does rapid fire push-ups. I was like, what? It's like a Rocky scene. It was like Sam does pull-ups with a car attached to it. I was like, I can't actually do this, guys. Like maybe a year or two ago, it was Sam runs a sub 3-minute mile. It's not really, so.
Yeah, the script revision that he suggested was Sam eats donuts. But they didn't go for that.
They wouldn't let me. They wouldn't let me. So that was.
Which I think would have been equally sexy.
That would. Yeah, well, that was this week's scene. It was the Sam eats donut scene. Naked. Did y'all buy the car? Who bought the car? Did you really? Congratulations.
2010 Dodge Charger.
No way.
Yeah.
Nice, guys.
Parking lot, you need to borrow it.
If you want to
Park it right next to the building, I'll go up to one of the floors and jump on it. It's kind of value added.
he just smushes it, so.
Are you giving us your car keys?
Yeah, that was a big bad mistake. We did the scene, and he was like, what were you laying on? Like a green piece of, because we obviously shot this amazing stunt in Vancouver. We had these two rockin', very manly stuntmen.
I was supposed to pretend I did it.
Oh yeah, Misha. So anyways, Misha jumps out the building, and, but they did this, what was it, a 50-foot fall? How big was the fall? 50 feet. About 50-foot fall. They arm in arm, jumped out of a window. That was, it made the front page and the Vancouver paper and stuff like that.
Not very hard to make the front page.
I'm okay. I'm not thirsty, thank you very much.
It's right in front of you. Look down.
I thought it was a good joke. Oh yeah, of course it's here. Yeah, so we had this scene where they jump out, and then Misha, you were laying on the car, and the other guy had vanished by then, right?
Right.
And so Jensen and I are like 6 floors up, looking out the window, and we're launching out.
Actually broken glass at me.
Oh.
There was a little bit of broken glass. We just want to see if it would fly, because you can't really aim it.
Totally legitimate. No, I wouldn't question that. It was science.
We had a hypothesis, and that was the actual testing part. What is it? We came to the conclusion that glass does not fly properly from 4 floors when you're flying through it. So,
But you can still hit Misha with it.
we can still try. You can't toss it. You have to really fling it, where it kind of get some speed into it, and maybe slices him a little bit. This is a good crowd, big crowd. Thanks, guys. Come on. Ladies and gentlemen, Misha Collins.
Ladies and gentlemen, Padalecki!
Who's y'all's favorite Greek philosopher?
Aristotle. No, his middle name, Axamander.
So what are y'all thinking about the season so far? Yes, we heard you like it. What are y'all's guesses about Sam? Let's talk about me.
Pay for sex.
The which?
You have to pay for sex.
Has to. I was choosing to. Yeah.
Helping the economy, helping the
I was. Sam's very financially concerned.
It's the stimulus program.
We have a very liberal president. So part of the stimulus keeping everybody employed. Yeah, Sam has to pay for sex. That was my opinion this season so far.
That actually is a pretty good takeaway, isn't it? We know something's off with him because he's paying for sex now.
I think I said a couple years ago that I think Sam.
You don't have to pay for sex.
He did, right? Which episode was it?
Season premiere of Lehne.
I can't believe it. I was kind of joking.
Yeah. The season premiere last year.
That's right. I married that lady. I'm paying for it. We'll keep that between us.
Till it shows up on YouTube tomorrow.
There are no video cameras up right now.
Not at all.
Quite all right. We find out in episode 5 that Misha pays as well.
No, not Castiel. I misunderstood.
Yeah. It was a non sequitur, but we sort of went to the real life from the play.
Congratulations on your baby.
Yeah.
You're not supposed to say thank you. Jared keeps on being like, I can't wait to meet my biological son. What was the question?
It's Jared's babies too.
Well, I don't know if you'd say 2.
I'm afraid the way it works, it's either one or the other. As soon as we get the tests back, we'll let you know. What? The Gabriel. Yes, we'll reenact it right now.
Yes. Which was the Gabriel?
I don't know what you're talking about.
I was season 5's out, isn't it? Season 5?
Yeah.
What's the Gabriel? I actually Am I farting again or something?
Yeah. Always.
Paying for sex? What's going on?
When aren't you?
Oh yeah, true. Right now. We're flooding the wind this way. It's a free, y'all guys. So do y'all have any questions? I feel like I want to see if anybody. Yes, perfect. How? Yeah.
We all have been hearing about how you torment Misha, but
You're an engineer.
yes,
I remember you.
Yay for Misha. Yay
She's
for
the one that always tries to get me to answer questions seriously, and it really pisses me off.
we always hear about how you torment Misha. I can't believe that Misha.
Well, look at him and look at me. He's a cute little thing, but he's not aesthetically unpleasing, but he's what, $130, $140? 20-pound weights in his pocket. Yeah, he tries.
Yes,
I do. Well, we sort of put a moratorium when he was. I took it easy on him because he was having a baby and pregnant by him. He's not sleeping with that. So we sort of agreed to take off for a while, unless you put yourself in a position like leaving an iPhone for the craft service table. Then it's sort of like you can't just give it to me. I'm not going to seek him out and slash his tires again, which I didn't do the first time. It wasn't me, but yeah, I took it off for a while. But I'm looking for some ideas. So as soon as he's not here, not right now, because he's right next to me.
it is a kind of a scary thing, I have to say. It's kind of fun. Like, oh yeah, we're gonna. I'll fuck with him just a little bit. But you know that he's gonna come back really hard. Like when we were having our little vehicle turf war, and you said, you know, I could afford to total his car. That's not the mentality you want.
I have a great insurance policy. As soon as you start in the business, your business manager sort of goes like, listen, people know you, you're in the public eye, people want to sue you in America. And so, I'm insured, so if I just totaled his car, by the time all the paperwork went through, he'd have to not have a car for like a 5 or 6 months.
Right, and I'd have to buy you a new one.
Which a lot of hilarity would ensue. It'd be fun for me to see him like walking to work, carrying a baby and groceries, and I could be in a car with Cliff, throwing stuff at him, and laughing at his misfortune. So, yeah, it is kind of scary. It's scary. I actually got to the point where I was like, man, who knows how intense this can get, because we both sort of would probably be capable.
I have a feeling it's not over.
It's not. It's barely just begun.
This is a lull, a calm before the storm.
Yeah.
Never over.
It's never over. That's right.
No, it'll eventually be over.
Yeah. So when one of us is dead. Yes.
Yes. Front row seat.
Speaking of babies, what was it like having to take care of that baby in last week's episode?
Oh yeah. That was actually really fun. Jensen was a champ. I'm going to talk well about him while he's not here. But he.
Did you know he can actually lactate?
That's what I was getting. It turns out it's a learned talent. So it helped though, because he didn't have to go back. The babies didn't go back to the mom. So, and I'll tell you,
super cool.
Yeah, the original baby. We had twin babies for the first baby. Then when the baby changed into the diaper baby, we actually had to fire the first baby because the mom wouldn't let it get his hair cut or something. We needed a shorter-haired baby to match the original baby, but then the baby had to go to the other baby place. Is that clear? Is everybody clear on that?
Yeah.
We got it.
From what I understand, you guys went through a lot of babies. And a careful viewer will notice that none of the scenes have the same baby twice.
It's always kind of like pseudo-similar bizarro babies. But the very final, the script, it sounds great. If you read it on the paper, it sounds brilliant. It's like, the baby cries, and then the lady grabs it, and the baby stops. And so the problem is it's not that easy as those who have been with children.
Yeah, the baby was not a good actor.
The baby was. That's when we fired it. We sued the mom, so the baby's now in our custody. We can do sort of whatever we want with it. It's on stage three. It's on stage three. It's building a set. It was tough. We had like a baby episode followed by a dog episode followed by a child. We had a child episode. There are certain things we call anchors, like when you bring in the anchor. That means there's a baby because they can only film for a certain amount of time, and then everybody has to wait because the baby's a bad actor. Anyway, so we had a scene with.
I was going to say.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
Hey! Cliff, you want to grab it? Yeah. Cliff, steal it. Hi.
Hi, wife.
Hi, wife. That's Misha.
You rock. But you had a...
You rock, but you. You rock, but you I want to talk to.
I think you're right. Go ahead.
You had a cast on your wrist?
I did, season 2. Season 3. Season 2?
2.
That's right. I love this. I truly don't know. Whenever I fall, y'all catch me, and I appreciate that. So anyway, like I was saying, season 2. Yeah,
Except
I
for
did.
one time when you broke your wrist.
That was it. That was it. When I broke my wrist.
Yeah.
Right.
Sorry.
I actually, well, it was really funny, and it happened in the episode. Well, it wasn't that funny, but touche. It actually wasn't funny. It happened.
Painkiller. I'm pain.
Yeah.
After that, then it was funny.
Oh, I've got pockets full of. What do you want? Bad joke. Bad joke. Bad.
He does not sell drugs.
I don't. But for cash, I can.
Right. Unless you have money.
Or other better drugs. When I broke it, there's a scene where Sam is in a hotel room and he gets hit with the telephone. And the shot was looking at Sam and our stunt guy Tommy. comes up and is supposed to hit me with a telephone, and I was supposed to fall, and just once I got off camera, I was supposed to act like I fell, but I decided to fall. And I figured I'd fall and I'd catch myself, but when I landed, there was another stuntman right there that Sam had just knocked out, and so I sort of landed on my hand like that. Yeah, and I was like, ooh. I was like, can we not do that anymore? That one really hurt, and so I didn't really think much of it, but I couldn't move my wrist for a while, and so I think the next episode, halfway through, I was like, you know what? Can I have the yeah, doctor, look at my hand. He was like, yeah, it's broken. I was like, oh.
That explains
The fun
it.
part about the business is that we were halfway through an episode, so it was like, oh, it's broken, you need to get it casted right away, or you can get a dead bone, because the bone, and I was like, oh, cool, so when is that gonna happen? They're like, well, we're in the middle of this episode, so we finish in 2 weeks. We literally had to, and then I went and got surgery, had the cast put on, and went to work the next day, but they had to shoot me full of drugs so much that I was still kind of woozy, and so I guess I was walking down the stairs and I fell, and they were like, Jared, go in your trailer. I was like, okay. So I go to my trailer and I fall asleep, and they come to wake me up and they're like, Jared, I'm like, hey! And I was like, y'all ready for me again? And they go, no, you're wrapped. And I was like, okay. So I go home, and then I wake up about 4 hours later, like, where have I been? So out of it. I completely, it had been like an alternate universe. For those who have been knocked out for surgeries, you know how it's sort of, you're still woozy. And then when I woke, oh, this is kind of nasty. You don't want to hear? And so when I woke up from surgery, you know, they intubate you, so your mouth is just open for hours. I was so dry mouthed that as soon as I woke up, I was like, and there was just some water coming. I don't know whose it was or if it was water. I tell myself it was fresh water that was put there for me. That helps me sleep at night. But I don't know if it was. But when I got the cast taken out, when I got the bones taken out, when I got the cast taken out, I opted to not go under because it made me so wacky. So I just sat there and watched this be like, cut. Yeah.
Oh.
Ooh, yeah, right. That was nasty. Yeah. What?
I'm sitting here going, you never watched this big better.
I know, it was pretty fun. And my brother, who's an orthopedic surgeon, was like, you should watch while they take it out. Like, he's very interested by it. And I was like, all right. It's kind of scary.
Yeah, YouTube. Yeah.
Yes. That was season 1. That's true, but that wasn't literally, that was my hand. Season 1, we got jumped outside of a bar, and I broke some. I broke some, just my metacarpals. Didn't have to get surgery because there's not much you can do. They just wait it straight. But at least it was just my hand, not my face. We got to go to this side. Someone over here. All right, we're gonna go back to this side. Enough with Misha. We're trying to me. Misha would like to let you know.
Yes. What did you say?
Did you check to make sure all of your clothes were on the right way?
Oh yeah.
Inside out jacket.
Oh, yes.
He went through the whole photo op.
I have my jacket inside out.
You look good.
No, I'm good.
So I do see.
Yeah, I mean, there's food on me, but that's yeah, right after that, the next day I shot after that, all of my wardrobe was hung for me to put on in the trailer, the Castiel stuff, inside out. I was like, what is this all inside out? I put on my shirt inside out. I had a good laugh.
Then he cried.
And then I cried.
Cost us a long time.
Someone at I think at that convention said, "Hey, can you tell us what brand that trench coat is? Because we want to know what brand that is." And I was like, "Oh, sure, I'll check it out." So I went and I asked I asked Diane, "What's the brand?" She's like, "It's weird. You want to know that?" I don't know. I'll check. She got back to me, and then the next day was when we had that photo shoot where all the clothes got stolen.
Oh yeah.
And I
That's right.
secretly think that Diane thinks I stole. Suddenly he was exhibiting a lot of curiosity about his work. And then it went missing.
Yeah, we had a terrible.
She was distraught.
Yeah, it was actually pretty bad. Did y'all hear about the wardrobe?
No.
Yeah, we had a big Mondo shoot is what they call it, which is if you watch the previews, there's new pictures where like sexy Dean like staring at the camera while sexy Misha walks in. And there's some sleepy things in the back. All the stuff that is like before the episode, after, and next week, and like everybody's splayed out. But
Yeah, this is pretty ridiculous. And it's funny too because if they do this setup with like all these lights and shadows, and they put you in these really, like clothes that are kind of extra tight and sexy and leathery, and you're like, this is ridiculous. And then when the camera gets on you, you're like.
as you're walking towards the set, you're like, I'd never wear this. I don't feel good. You're like, I hate this stuff. Can we get another fan, guys? My hair's not blowing enough. So anyways, at that shoot, it was in Los Angeles, so we had to fly. We worked Friday, and then flew our clothes down on like Tuesday or Wednesday to get there for the photo shoot. And it was the original Dean leather jacket that there's only one of. Yeah, and that was a random find from like a thrift store that he wore on the pilot. He's worn the whole time. Totally stolen. Gone.
Oh my God.
Yeah. And one of his trench coat, my suit, most stuff could be replaced, but there were a few things.
But it was funny too, they were like, oh, we don't have the trench coat, but we have another one. And they had these like weird double-breasted sort of like,
that's so Castiel.
people that watch the show are going to have an idea that this has nothing to do with Castiel.
I know that's totally right.
Yeah, I don't think any of those people had seen the show.
I don't think they knew that it was a show. Hey, that's cute. What are y'all shooting a movie? That's nice. Good luck, guys. And then they had me in the. I remember they put this T-shirt on. Photo shoot wardrobe is very funny to me because it's the, like you said, it's stuff it's like tethered and very tight. I'm like kind of uncomfortable, and so I put it on. I'm kind of thinking like, this is super tight. Like, I feel weird. It's really tight. And I was like, is this shirt weird? Thinking like, man, this is too tight on me. She's like, yeah, but we can button in the back, make it tighter. I'm not totally on the same wavelength as you. All right. So sure enough, I get a little clothespin and like clip it in the back so it looks more tapered or something. Yeah. Smooth.
Time works very well for us.
Well,
Yes, it does.
Well, I appreciate it. It still feels funny. Go ahead. You.
Misha.
Yes.
Enough of Misha, guys. That's what it shot.
The website, I just got random.
I'd like to ask your wife a question.
Go ahead.
Just kidding. That was the question. The website. Did you get that?
Yeah, good question. The website is a modern phenomenon. And you can sort of trace its lineage back to the telegraph, I would say.
Or before the messenger. The mobile messenger.
Carrier pigeon.
Yeah, carrier pigeon.
Yeah. Pony Express. Good point.
Random X.
Random acts of kindness.
Yeah, Random X. Yes.
Also a website.
Also a website. Yeah, it's a non-profit that
It makes me a lot of money.
Oh my car. Is Lisa here?
Lisa's not here.
Oh, for shame. Lisa and I started it. She's not here.
Well,
So let's make fun of her. Yeah, we raised a lot of money, almost $100,000. We just sent some people down to Haiti with a bunch of tools. They're just gonna go down there and try to steal shit and bring it back. Which is exciting.
we're hoping to turn that 100 into like 500 or 600 and
Yeah, we're gonna leverage it.
really
Yeah.
destroy it. Send it to Goldman Sachs or something.
Yeah.
They're
We're gonna make a donation.
Oh, that's what I was talking about. Good idea. Yes, they're going to make a donation, and I think that it would be nice if the rest of you did too. Yes, back here.
What? Seriously?
Keep it going. I've got plants all over the audience.
I'm gradually moving.
I had to buy a lot of gold passes to make this happen.
I noticed like somebody go from that table. Misha, I'd like to ask you a question. Running out. Misha, I have a question for Misha.
Axamander.
What?
Don't act like you've never heard it before. It's pronounced the usual way.
Just like it's spelled.
Spelled the normal way. Yeah, it's pronounced a lot like it's spelled. The normal way, basically. We've all seen those damn keychains on Axamander. They never have Jared, they always have an Axamander. You know what it was? Misha was so pissed off after years of not getting those keychains at Six Flags. He's like, my kid's not gonna get it either. I don't want my kid to have what I did not have.
My wife and I, we were mulling over names for a long time. We actually put up a website where friends made suggestions. Most
It's that same guy who made a suggestion that's just been running around.
But every time we came back to an Axamander, we started laughing out loud.
I think we all acknowledge how you came back to an Axamander. How did you get there in the first place? It's like skipping over how you got there. Going straight to how you came back.
We actually don't know where it came from. We don't know how it got into the fray. But
Nor do we.
No. Anyway, we kept laughing, so we stuck with it.
I've been hearing all weekend, Jared, how tall you are. I'm 3 feet tall. Where would that be?
I'm taller than you are. Where would it be on me?
His knees.
You'd have to trip this guy.
What is it, like knee length?
How tall are you, Misha?
There's another animal for you to run with.
Right over here.
The butt shot.
Where else are the dogs? Where else are the dogs? Almost more dogs.
I have one in my purse.
I'm spent.
You better be good.
Life is hard. Someone else you've had your hand up way in the back.
This guy's hand way up.
Yeah. Yes. Another one. Score for Jared.
Mike's on.
Your mic.
Your mic.
I'm sorry, we can't hear you. Your mic's not on.
I had to pay him a lot of money to pay attention.
His isn't on either.
Not only do you play the role of a good guy, but in some of your episodes, you also play the role of a bad guy. And I was just wondering...
What is it like to work with Misha?
Your mic is, Jared, your mic's off.
Here, take this one. Okay, go ahead.
As an actor, was it hard for you...
He's not an actor.
Was it hard switching from good guy to bad guy, back and forth while you were on the set?
I guess the short answer is, thank you. I guess the short answer is, yes. The long answer is not so much because it's really well written, you know, like the longer answer is that you've been playing the character for so long and he's a certain way that when they switch it up and like you're doing Lucifer or something, it's hard to do the backstory. You know, like I think you act, you draw from your own experiences. So when you get the role of Lucifer, you can't really draw from many experiences and being Lucifer. So, but it's tough. It's a lot of fun. Those are the more fun days for me. You know, because sometimes it feels like you're a mouse in a wheel, kind of doing the same thing. But then it's inevitably something exciting and new comes up, and we get to play. Thank you. I'd like to end with that question. Since it's me. Who else has a question for me? All right.
Since you've made it all the way to season 6, which is like, this show's amazing.
Yeah, thank you.
It is.
But it's not season 6 amazing.
Not yet.
Touche.
It's always the season finale that's like, oh my god.
Yeah.
But I was just wondering, since season 6, has it gotten easier doing the show, or is it like there's challenges coming out of nowhere that are like, oh my god, this never happened in the past 5 seasons?
Yeah, you know, it's actually been harder. This has been tougher season 6. That's a good question, really good question. We sort of thought the same thing. We were like, 6, we've made it, cool. And then we're getting to work, and since it's changing up so much, we're kind of recreating. And as you can see, Dean's character has changed a little bit, Sam's character has changed a little bit. And so you almost feel like, wow, like a little, yeah. A little more than a little. But here we finished episode 9. We're gonna finish it on Wednesday. And so we're trucking along. We're almost halfway through the season, but it's been pretty tough.
Babies, dogs.
Babies, dogs, kids, more babies. Misha, I said babies.
So Misha doesn't feel left out? Has it
No, he doesn't feel babies. He doesn't have feelings. It's all right. There's in the corner. We can't miss you. Yes!
How much can you bench, Jared?
Alright.
The most I ever
Below your line.
did. What's the most? Right now, probably not a whole lot. The most I did when I was, what was it? 355. That was the most I did.
What about you, Cliff?
But now I'm down 352, 351. Right now, probably 315.
I actually don't know exact pound. How much does a Corolla weigh?
You mispronounced it quarter. How much is a quarter weigh? He's almost up to 2 quarters.
Is that the cane pulling us off the?
Right.
Yeah.
Aww.
So now, but we're gonna.
Good
see
morning.
you
I'm
later, and it will be. We promise to be much more interesting
We'll
later
get
on
rid
in
of
the
him.
day.
Yeah. He'll be gone, so it'll be a lot funner. We can have a good time. Thank you guys. Hey,